It's Chris from Silverfit Yoga at the Hub, and another sort of short video. We're in that sort of transition period from lockdown to open up. Difficult transition possibly for everyone, welcome, but also quite scary and not quite knowing where things are going. So we're just going to do a sort of keep yourself going sort of practice today. And keep yourself going and open up sort of practice. So with feet hip width apart, and just take the hands onto the heart. So gently resting, hands crossed on the heart, gently resting. And just feeling through the skin on the palms of the hands and the fingers, to the fabric beneath, to the skin beneath. And feeling for and listening for the rhythmic beating of your heart, and feeling the movement of the breath in the chest. The opening up of the chest on the inhalation and the dropping back on the exhalation. And taking awareness into the feet, making the feet quite energetic and pressing into the floor and feeling the sort of spine lift. And taking the top hand, the left hand down to the belly and just feeling for the breath in the front of the body. So there's an expansion on the in-breath, no need to adjust or change. Just feeling for the natural sort of influence of the breath on the body. Just taking time to notice, time to let go of your day so far. And just to tune into the rhythm of the breath and the connection of the breath to the body. And if it's comfortable, the eyes are closed. Now looking at the inner landscape. And let the hand that's on the heart move to rest on top of the hand that's on the abdomen, just below the navel. And bring the heels together, so the feet slightly apart. And again, aligning the body so the hips are above the ankles, the shoulders above the hips. And just adjusting the sacrum so there's a straight line from the heel to the crown of the head. And then let the eyes blink open if they've been closed. And let the hands come down, and we're just going to do work with the joints. So let's start with the ankle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change feet. Foot goes back. Just on the toes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change the direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take feet hip width apart, and we'll work from the neck and come down through the body. So exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, ear to shoulder. Look back to the centre. Over to the other side, and then looking to one side, forward, other side, forward, side and forward, side and stay. Drop the chin to the chest and just do a half circle, and then a half circle back, and come back to the centre. Now if it's going to work for you, we're going to do a full circle. If it's not, back to this or to the half circles. But we inhale through the feet, up into the crown of the head. So the neck is long. Exhale, drop the head and just rotate the neck all the way round to the centre. Drop the head and go back the other way. And inhale to the centre. And then just into the shoulders, so working down the joint. 4, 5, 6, other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wrists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reverse the direction, so it's just up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're remaining standing. I'm just giving you a view there. Elbows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go to the waist. 2, 3. Just swinging from side to side. 6. Change. 2, 3. Shoulders relaxed. 5 and 6. Hands on hip and the back of hip. Feet hip width apart. Keep the head steady. Rotate the hips. 3, 4, 5, 6. Change the rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the feet come together, side by side. You try and keep your knees together as well. Hands holding onto the knees. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's it. And then just what they call a sarpa, so you bend and round, bend and round, bend and round, and then forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. And a little wriggle. And a shake through. And now we're going to just move into, let's just work the toes a little bit. So onto the ball of the foot and down, onto the ball of the foot and down. So the feet are hip width apart. And you can take this into a walk. So just feeling into the calves. Take this into a little balance. And down. And then still with the theme of the balance, just drop into one side. So make one side very heavy and just lift the foot of the other leg. So just working on the little balance here. Whoops. And do as I say, not as I do. And then onto the other side. So again, this side lengthens, it becomes heavy. And you just lift the other foot. Get yourself a fixed. Whoops. Sorry, everybody. Balance is not my forte today. And exhale down. Now, if your balance is as challenged as mine today, then as we do our tree, this position, keep your foot on the floor, So you can keep the foot on the floor. If you sort of less challenge with your balance, then here, or you can bring it up onto the inner thigh, above or below the knee. I'm going to, so that if you're looking at this video, you're not wobbling all over the place because I'm moving, I'm going to demonstrate from this position. So with the feet, sort of toes out a little, Just find the position for you can do what I'm doing, which is use something to balance, or you can do this against the wall. And if you've not done it for a long time, then that comes strongly recommended. Bring the palms of the hands to the heart. Breathe in and take the hands up to the sky, looking forward. And then on the inhale, just open up, visualize your favorite tree, keep your focus on a still, distant point. Exhale and bring the hands down. And then onto the other side. And if you want to challenge your balance on this side, even with both feet anchored to the floor, if you close your eyes, that's going to challenge the balance. So let's breathe in, lifting the arms up to heaven. Remembering to breathe and noticing the breath. And then opening the arms, closing the eyes. If you're sort of not, if you've only got one foot on the floor, this will be too difficult, I think. Bring the palms together, exhale, and bring the hands down. Take the feet apart. We're just going to do a very gentle warm-up warrior. So we step forward and we're going to go forward and back, and forward and back, forward and back. This time step forward. Take the hands, the other foot back. So go forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Bring the other foot forward. Walk 3 steps back. So what we're doing today is working from standing through kneeling, sitting to lying. So we're doing a sort of back to front class in a way. So bend the knees, find the floor and find your downward dog. So we're into a downward dog. Gentle dog first, dog in a long time possibly. Bend one knee and then the other. So just walk your dog up onto the toes, the balls of the feet, heels to the floor if available, bend the knees, and let's walk forward and let's come into our forward bends. So here I am with my elbows under the shoulders and the feet are a bit apart. You can take the feet together, that'll be strong on the back. Little bit apart, gentle to the back. And just stretch your toes away, stretch the crown of the head forward, spread the hands, press the palms into the floor, press the forearms into the floor and look forward. So this is the lying on the beach in Portugal, Spain, if you're allowed to get there, wondering about whether you're going to quarantine or not. Sorry, that's very non-yogic, but this is just to get that sense of a posture that can be sustained for quite some time, but if you put pressure into the hands and forearms, you feel the work in the upper back. And then we're just going to go softly passive, just looking to the floor. And then we come back on an in-breath to where we were, but we take it into a Bhujangasana, a small, gentle cobra. You can just soften the arms, look forward, stretch the legs away, take the chest forward. And look to one leg. See if you can see a foot on that leg. Breathe in, come back to the centre. And look to the other side, looking for the leg. Inhale back and slowly down. The pillow for the forehead, bend the knees. Little flat windscreen wipers from side to side. So just releasing the lumbar spine. And then bringing the hands by the side of the chest. We're just going to come through kneeling back into a sort of child. So we kneel back. Let's come back to this kneeling. And the legs are slightly wide. And we're going to straighten the knees. Walk the hands forward. And no, let's come into a kneeling position. Sorry about that. So we're kneeling with the flat back, hands under or just slightly forward of the shoulders, and our cat-cow. Don't know how I could forget this. So exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, moving forward. So exhale, we round the back. Inhale, lengthen, and then look forward. Inhale, round the back. And exhale, lengthen, look forward. And then what we're going to do is, I'll demonstrate sideways. We round the back, and then we take the bottom down towards the heels. We don't quite sit on the heels, but then we whoosh through and come into a cobra. So I'll demonstrate from the front as well, because I lost the sort of space there. So we round the back, bottom to heels, just skimming through into a cobra, back into kneeling, cat and cow, cat and cow. And then round the back to the heels. Sorry about this. A little skim through, looking up, and then back. Let's come back to a kneeling position. Hands a little bit forward of the shoulder, and forward and back. Forward and back. Forward to a neutral position. So the flat back. And then we're just going to rotate the hips. A nice rotation of the hips in one direction. Coming to stillness and reversing that direction. So we can get big, nice, wide circles. And then coming to stillness. And making a figure of 8 with the hips. So a lot of concentration here. You can make a big 8 or a small 8. And remember which way you're going. Come to stillness in the center and reverse that figure of 8. That's it. Figure of 8. That's nice. And then come to stillness again. And now imagine your ribs as a barrel, and we're going to rotate the ribs. So it's difficult, but you're trying to keep the hips and the base of the spine, and you're just trying to move and release your ribs, yeah? So if you take your focus there, and then come to stillness and change the direction. And just by taking the mind to the ribs and telling the hips to be stable, get that sort of movement, and then take it into a little freestyle to explore wherever it is your back feels stiff or needs a little bit of attention, or anything that feels quite sort of nice. Coming backwards and forwards. That's it. And then slowly tuck the toes under. The feet can be flat if this is agony, but otherwise stretching the skin on the back of the feet and just bringing the hands, little wriggle through with the wrists, little wriggle through that way. take the arms out. We're going to do this lying down in a while, but I just want to remind people what it is so that we get the double sensation of working the shoulders. Exhale, big hug. And then bring the arms. So they're Garandasana, eagle arms. So you're here. Now you can take the hands forward and back. So you take the elbows away from the body, bring it in. And you can fold over and look down. Breathe in. Take the fingers up and look up. Come back to the centre. So let's exhale. Little wriggle through. Give yourself an unfamiliar hug the other way. Not the natural, not your normal hugging self. And then bring the hands together or wherever they'll go. And then exhale forwards. So you're trying to take and stretch into the back. Bring them back. Exhale forward. Bring them back. Breathe in. Take the arms up. Breathe out. Just round the back. So feel like the elbows are going to the navel. So we breathe in, lift up, and exhale back to the navel. Let's just hold it there, release the arms, and have a wriggle through. Let's come to a seated position, and just bring the soles of the feet together in a comfortable sort of diamond shape, quite far away, and just a little butterfly with the... So the soles of the feet are together, you can hold the ankles. And then breathe in and just walk the heels a little bit towards you. See how that feels, just working. And then again, just bring them in. It might be too, if it's too far, go back out. You can hold onto the toes and just that little bounce, bounce, bounce. And then come into a seated position. And we're going to just work to energize the chakras, the 7 sort of energy wheels through the middle of the body. And we'll work with Manipura chakra, Muladhara chakra, the base chakra. Exhale, imagine the navel to the spine, and just rotate. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. It's back to normal. Sorry, for this one, for Muladhara chakra, let's start at the base chakra, get things right. As you pull in, you take the, so it's so Muladhara chakra, all the energy down. That's great. And then Svadhisthana chakra is the space between the navel and the pubic bone. Very fluid, watery. It's the centre of your sort of identity, your personal being. And we're just rotating the hips. So I'm moving the weight from side to side. And then I come to seated and I change the direction. And whilst it looks like there's quite a lot of action in the upper body, what you're trying to do is sustain a focus in the lower body. And then Manipura chakra, which is where I was racing to start from. So think of the navel and just gentle compression of the navel. And then the navel reasserts itself. And you come forward. So it draws away from life on the exhale. And on the inhale, it lifts and expands to meet life. So Manipura chakra is sort of yellow colour associated with this chakra. And back and down. Some of you will have done this with me. It's a really nice way to... It's a nice way to start the day. We're going to start to work into the heart chakra. So we exhale round and look behind you. And then inhale all the way round and back to the centre. So a little exhale to look behind you, and a big inhale to come back, to look at the other side and to centre. So exhale to the side, inhale back all the way around and come back to the centre. And then we reverse the direction, so we inhale to the other side and we exhale all the way around, so looking for the twist. Inhale to the side, long, long, long exhale back and to the centre. Last one of these, inhale and back and exhale back and to the centre. And just rest the hands on Anahata Chakra, just being with the heart centre. Bring the palms together and clasp the hands and just open the elbows so that the chin rests upon your hands. And we're working with the Vishuddha Chakra, the throat chakra, the site of communication. So exhale, lift and look up. Inhale, return. So 3 more. Forward. And exhale. And return. And 1 more. And return. Little wiggle through. Take the hands out. I'm going to bring the hands forward. As you open up, the eyes open wide. So exhale, bring everything together, close the eyes, going inwards. Inhale, open and refresh. Exhale, in, inhale, open. Last one, exhale, in, out, open. Ajna Chakra. And then Sahasrara Chakra, inhale, arms up. Exhale, spread the energy round. Inhale, looking up, palms meet. And exhale. And then this time as we inhale, let the fingers meet, let the legs straighten. And we're going to do a shh breath and find our way down to a lying position. So if at any point you need to take your hands onto the floor, do. But we go shh. Until we find ourselves lying in a Shavasana position, thinking what a good idea this was. And just being with your breath, a few little empty breaths. And then a gentle drawing of the knee into the chest, a rotation of the ankle, a redirection of the rotation of the ankle, a lifting of the leg to the air, a flex and a point, a flex and a point, and a shake, and a shake, and a shake. Knee into the chest, exhale and release. Drawing the other knee into the chest, rotate the ankle, changing the direction of the rotation, supporting the knee behind the thigh if that's necessary or available, and a flex and a point, flex and a point, and then a shake, shake, shake of the leg. Bend the knee and release down to the floor. Inhale, both arms up halfway so the fingers are pointing to the ceiling. Rotate both wrists one direction. Change the direction of the rotation. Have some little springy fists. Fist and release, fist, release, fist, release. And then into a shaking of both arms. Feeling, being aware of the shoulders. So soft gentle shake out. And then let the arms hug you. Yeah, so just hugging yourself as you lie on the floor. Take the soles of the feet. This is where we move into the Garudasana, lying down. It's quite nice to do it this way. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Your right arm is over your left arm, unless you're left-handed. And then just bring the hands together. And as you inhale, bring your elbows and knees to meet each other. And then as you exhale, just the foot to the floor and the arms overhead. So exhale, in, inhale, release. So just bringing the elbows and the knees to find each other, and then foot to the floor, stretch the arms away. And then exhale and release everything. And I'll do this from the side in case it's not as clear as it might be. So left leg goes over right leg, left arm goes over right arm, and we inhale, bringing, you can even lift your head if that works, and then exhale, stretching the arms up, and then back, and stretch. It's very warming, this, and then exhale, and stretch. And uncross the legs, open the arms into a T shape, and then let the knees drop to one side and look in the opposite direction. And then breathing in, and let the knees drop and look in the opposite direction. And we do that once more, everything to the centre. Breathe out, knees to the side, looking in the opposite direction. Relaxing through the shoulders, through the hands, through the arms. Just noticing the softening, the slowing of the breath. And then breathe in, the feet to the floor, the gaze to the ceiling. Just a few moments to tune into the realignment of the body, of the spine, and then the knees to the side and looking in the other direction. And again, just surrendering to the posture. So the shoulders, the arms, the hands, all relaxed, face relaxed, and the attention is to the breath. Use the next in-breath to come to a position where your knees are up to the ceiling and your gaze is to the ceiling. If this is comfortable for you, stay here, or just take the legs out and the arms down in a low V. So we're into the traditional Shavasana. We're going to move into a short relaxation today through tension. So just wriggle the toes and then sit, without cramping the toes, just scrunch the toes up and then release. Feel into the heels, flex the heels, push the heels away, feel the tension lifting into the calves, into the knees and into the thighs and into the buttocks. So the feet, the calves, the knees, the upper thighs, and even the buttocks, all clenched. Exhale, release, let go. Just tuning back into the breath, relaxing with the breath. And then drawing the buttocks and the muscles of the back and the muscles of the shoulder towards each other so that there's tension across the torso. The chin is tucked down. Holding, holding. Exhale, release. Let go. And letting the thumbs press into the palms of the hand. The fingers clasp onto the thumbs. So you've made a little fist with your hands. lift the arms about an inch, half an inch to an inch off the floor, and clench the fists, clench the wrists, clench the lower arms, through the elbows, upper arms, into the shoulders, stretch the arms away. Exhale, release. And let go. And you're going to take your face is flat to the ceiling, and that's where it stays. And you lift your face to the ceiling. Just lifting, feeling the tension creep into the neck. And then exhale, release, let go. And just gently, the head goes from side to side. And hopefully you're in the privacy of your own room. You're going to open the mouth wide, pull the tongue out, and stretch the face. Holding, holding, holding. Exhale, release, let go. And just being with the stillness of the body. So just a couple of minutes here. Just enjoying this stillness, the relaxation. Being with the breath. The breath, breathing the body. Body at rest. Soul is still. And all is well. Say to yourself, all is well. And then very slowly start to notice the breath. And start to deepen each inhalation. So 2 or 3 breaths, gradually getting deeper, becoming aware of the energy being brought into the body. And bring some movement to the toes and the feet, and to the fingers and the hands. Softly draw the knees to the chest. And roll over onto your right side. And then roll back and roll onto your left side. Stay with the left side. Let the eyes open. Let the mind connect with what you're doing next. And in your own time, using your hands, slowly come to a seated position. Let's take the hands out to the side. 3 deep breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale down. We can breathe out. Let's breathe out with sign breaths through the mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. And this time, breathe in. Bring the palms together, the thumbs centering down to the heart center, the gaze to the fingertips. Thumbs to the eyebrow center, little bow, coming back. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. And if people feel interested and able, then there are classes resuming at the hub, and if you look out for the emails, it will give you details of when these are. So it's lovely to be thinking of everyone. Have an excellent week.